The ultimate goal is two states for two people, Israel as a Jewish state and the homeland. For the Jewish people and the state of Palestine as the homeland for the Palestinian. People each state enjoins self-determination, mutual recognition, and peace. If there is a controversy, then, it's not based in substance. What I did on Thursday was to say publicly what has long been acknowledged privately. I've done so because we can't afford to wait another decade. Or another 2 decades, or another 3 decades to achieve peace. The world is moving too fast. The world is moving too fast. The extraordinary challenges facing Israel will only grow. Delay will undermine Israel's security and the peace that the Israeli people deserve. Now, I know that some of you will disagree with this assessment. I respect that. And as fellow Americans and friends of Israel, I know we can have this discussion. Ultimately, it is the right and the responsibility of the Israeli government to make the hard choices. That are necessary to protect a Jewish and democratic state for which so many generations have sacrificed. And as a friend of Israel, I'm committed to doing our part to see that this goal is realized. And I will call not just on Israel, but on the Palestinians, on the Arab states. And the international community to join us in this effort, because the burden of making hard choices must not be Israel's alone. But even as we do all that's necessary to ensure Israel's security, even as we are clear-eyed about the difficult challenges before us, and even as we pledge to stand by Israel, Through whatever tough days lie ahead, I hope we do not give up on that vision of peace. For if history teaches us anything, if the story of Israel teaches us anything, it is that with courage and resolve, progress is possible. Peace is possible. The Talmud teaches us that, so long as a person still has life, they should never abandon faith. And that lesson seems especially fitting today. For so long as there are those across the Middle East and beyond who are standing up, for the legitimate rights and freedoms which have been denied by their governments, the United States will never abandon our support for those rights that are universal. And so long as there are those who long for a better future, we will never abandon our pursuit of a just, and lasting peace that ends this conflict with two states living side by side in peace and security. This is not idealism, it is not naivete. It is a hard-headed recognition that a genuine peace is the only path that will ultimately provide for a peaceful Palestine as the homeland of the Palestinian. People and a Jewish state of Israel as the homeland of the Jewish people. That is my goal, and I look forward to continuing to work with AIPAC to achieve that goal. Thank you. God bless you. God bless Israel, and God bless the United States of America. Thank you. Barack Obama. Address to the American Legion Conference. Delivered August 30, 2011, Minneapolis Convention Center, MN. Hello Legionnaires. It is wonderful to see all of you. Let me, first of all, thank Commander Foster for your introduction and for your lifetime of service to your fellow Marines, soldiers, and veterans. On behalf of us all, I want to thank Jimmy and I want to thank your entire leadership team for welcoming me here today. Thank you very much. Your National Adjutant, Dan Wheeler, your Executive Director, your voice in Washington. Peter Gayton, who does just an extraordinary job. And the President of the American Legion Auxiliary, Carleen Ashworth. Thank you for your extraordinary service. Toretta Foster and all the spouses, daughters, and sisters of the Auxiliary. And the sons of the American Legion as military families, you also serve, and we salute all of you as well. There are some special guests here I want to acknowledge. They may have already been acknowledged, but they're great friends, so I want to make sure that I point them out. First of all, the wonderful Governor of Minnesota, Mark Dayton, is here. Two senators who are working on behalf of veterans every single day, Amy Klobuchar and Al Franken. Congressman Keith Ellison, this is his district. Minneapolis Mayor R.T. Ryback. A great friend. To all the other members of Congress and Minnesota elected officials who are here, welcome. It is wonderful to be back with the American Legion. Back in Illinois, my home state. Hey. Illinois is in the house. We work together to make sure. Veterans across the state were getting the benefits they had earned. When I was in the U.S. Senate, we worked together to spotlight the tragedy of homelessness among veterans and the need to end it. As president, I've welcomed Jimmy and your leadership to the Oval Office to hear directly from you. And I've been honored to have you by my side when I signed advance appropriations. To protect veterans' health care from the budget battles in Washington. When I signed legislation to give new support to veterans and their caregivers, and, most recently, when I proposed new initiatives to make sure the private sector is hiring our talented veterans. So, American Legion, I thank you for your partnership. I appreciate the opportunity to talk with you today about what we need to do to make sure America is taking care of our veterans as well as you've taken care of us. And I'm grateful to be with you for another reason. A lot of our fellow citizens are still reeling from Hurricane Irene and its aftermath. Folks are surveying the damage. Some are dealing with tremendous flooding. As a government, we're going to make sure that states and communities have the support they need so their folks can recover. And across the nation, we're still digging out from the worst economic crisis since the Great Depression. It's taking longer and it's been more difficult than any of us had imagined. And even though we've taken some steps in the right direction, we've got a lot more to do. Our economy has to grow faster. We have to create more jobs, and we have to do it faster. And most of all, we've got to break the gridlock in Washington that's been preventing us from taking the action we need to get this country moving. That's why, next week, I'll be speaking to the nation about a plan to create jobs and reduce our deficit, a plan that I want to see passed by Congress. We've got to get this done. And here's what else I know. We Americans have been through tough times before, much tougher than these. And we didn't just get through them, we emerged stronger than before. Not by luck. Not by chance. But because in hard times, Americans don't quit. We don't give up. We summon that spirit that says, when we come together, when we choose to move forward together, as one people, there's nothing we can't achieve. And, Legionnaires, you know this story because it's the story of your lives. And in times like these, all Americans can draw strength from your example. When Hitler controlled a continent and fascism appeared unstoppable, when our harbor was bombed and our Pacific fleet crippled. There were those that declared that the United States had been reduced to a third-class power. But you, our veterans of World War II, crossed the oceans and stormed the beaches and freed the millions. Liberated the camps and showed the United States of America is the greatest force for freedom that the world has ever known. When North Korea invaded the South, pushing the Allied forces into a tiny sliver of territory, the Pusan perimeter, it seemed like the war could be lost. But you Our Korean War veterans, pushed back, fought on, year after bloody year. And this past Veterans Day, I went to Seoul and joined our Korean War veterans for the 60th anniversary of that war. And we marked that milestone in a free and prosperous Republic of Korea, one of our greatest allies. When communist forces in Vietnam unleashed the Tet Offensive. It fueled the debate here at home that raged over that war. You, our Vietnam veterans, did not always receive the respect that you deserved, which was a national shame. But let it be remembered that you won every major battle of that war. Every single one. As president. I've been honored to welcome our Vietnam veterans to the White House and finally present them with the medals and recognition that they had earned. It's been a chance to convey, on behalf of the American people, those simple words with which our Vietnam veterans greet each other: welcome home. Legionnaires, in the decades that followed, the spirit of your service was carried. Forth by our troops in the sands of Desert Storm and the rugged hills of the Balkans. And now, it's carried on by a new generation. Next weekend, we'll mark the 10th anniversary of those awful attacks on our nation. In the days ahead, we will honor the lives we lost and the families that loved them. The first responders who rushed to save others, and we will honor all those who have served too. Keep us safe these 10 difficult years, especially the men and women of our armed forces.